Oh yeah, hello there. Mine has been a bit blown again today. I want to talk about usemotion.com. Motion with an M, because I've mentioned Notion with an N for Norman beforehand. And we're starting these startups. We're utilizing a lot of automation tools that existed. Now AI is coming along. I've mentioned before that a lot of these tools that are putting AI on the name, it's a bit like the dot-com bubble. One example was pets.com, which they didn't even have a website and just put a .com behind their name and listed on the share, the Nasdaq Stock Exchange, and went millions, billions, and then crashed. So what's happening now is a lot of these tools are just sticking AI into their name. When are they necessarily AI? Some are, some aren't. This is the thing. A lot's changing. A lot's changing. I almost see it like a tidal wave, a big tsunami that's just starting. It started, the shockwave's gone off and the wave is growing, and it's going to come crashing down on a lot of people over the next few years. So it's up to us to get on and ride this wave, because AI is, the development is changing so much. There's so many tools and ads coming out, and it can get a bit overwhelming. So that's what our company, Nonconformity Company, is about. Breaking down actually what's useful and what the actual use cases are for that. So what's the end goal that you want to achieve? Start this kind of business, that kind of business, and then if you want to do that, here's the tools or combinations of tools that you use, and just presenting that in a very simple format. Now I've used many different tools over the past in terms of like project management. I've used Trello, ClickUp, Todoist as a simple to do. I still use that as a simple Todoist just to collaborate between simple food lists and things like that. Google Tasks, Asana. Yeah, there's many tools, and now a lot of these tools are coming out with the AI kind of the tool. Now Notion with an N is a bit more like a second brain kind of stuff. They've introduced AI things, and automations, but I just kept seeing Motion. Now I need something to like string everything together, pull everything together, make everything organization, because starting 100 startups in 1,000 days, there's a lot in my mind, and I've been using Todoist and spreadsheets for that. I'll still use spreadsheets and I'll still use Todoist in ways, but I need something. I've just been having the feeling that I've needed something stronger to pull everything together. And now with AI agents, which we've mentioned coming out, they're basically like AI employees. So a lot of this AI stuff people are using as just search engines, but the power behind it is spellbinding, to say the least. And I think like a lot of tools like if this then that, or Zapier.com. Zapier is like, if this happens in this app, then you can do this in this app. So these automations have existed, and Use Motion has come along, and they've got kind of pulled in your calendar, your email, your scheduling. But what they've done now is they've introduced AI employees. And I think this is kind of like, you could argue this is like Zapier's automations, but actually some of the examples that I've seen, they are really using AI very, very well, because they are getting to know your company and acting on your message, your brand message, how you like to work, how you like to respond. So I was just going to go through. They've basically got 7, I think, AI employees that you can do. I signed up for the trial last night. I have trialed this before, but I just didn't get into it because I just didn't want to take on too much, and I'm trying to, like I said, this tidal wave, you can't just start every tool, you can't be looking at everything. So I'm trying to be navigating this, but this one just keeps coming up and it looks incredible. I've had a good little test session last night. I've done some educational videos today, so I just wanted to try and go through it and explain what I've already learned. There's still a lot to learn, and the good thing with a company like this is you can see that they're actively developing fast. The introductory videos, they've got little quick 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute videos from the product lead, and he's very good and to the point, and you can just tell from what he's saying that there's a lot more to come. So yeah, Use Motion. The site looks like that, and this is a list of their there's 8 boxes there, but there's really 7 AI employees that you can have. So the idea is you have used Motion, you connect up your email accounts, your Gmails, your calendars, your documents, your project, any other project management tools, everything links to this. So this will be the hub, like this will be where you go to control all the work. But it's with these AI employees, it will be doing a lot of that work for you. So there's actually 7 employees there. And the other one is build your own, which I think is coming soon. So use words to describe what your AI employee does, monitors Motion's team can custom create AI employees for your special needs. That's either coming soon or that's on a higher paid tier. Their pricing is good, but it's quite complex because they've got the monthly recurring subscription model and 5 different tiers for that. But they've also got, you also need AI credits, which cost a couple of cents each, or well, they decrease in price as you go up. But it does look like that's good because a lot of times when they have tiered pricing with these tech tools, which most of them do, generally between 3 and 5 tiers for most of these tech or AI tools. And obviously as you grow, you go up the thing, but it often doesn't allow the flexibility to maybe just be a solopreneur, but you're very busy and using a lot of the things, or you might be a larger team but not need all of the features. So this, I think they've got the pricing nailed well to allow a bit more of the flexibility with that, because I'm going to be really a solopreneur utilizing a lot of AI credits, so I can be on a lower monthly tier and then just pay as you go for the extra AI credits as I grow, as the processes grow, as my company and brands grow, and as the tasks of the AI employees grow. So let's go through them. Alfred is an AI executive assistant. What can I do? Schedule calendar, prioritize tasks, reply to emails, and take notes. So you've got lots of different workspaces that can be private or shared with other people. And this is really good for me because I've got 100 startups in 1,000 years, lots of different websites and things to do daily, weekly, or as and when, or when there's actions, etc. So what this will do, it will look at all of that and it will schedule my calendar and prioritize what I've got to be doing when. It won't be up to me to go and try and work out what I need to be doing each day, what I need to be doing first, or what's a priority like that day, what's critical that day, or before the task. It's going to do it all for me, and it's going to order the list, and it's going to put it on my calendar, and it's going to have it on nicely presented within Motion. It'll also reply to emails, so you can get it to start replying to things, and it'll start learning what type of emails you get and what needs to reply. And I saw a few examples of that earlier, which were, also incredible, because it got to know who that person knew and didn't, and responded accordingly. So that's a lot of the AI built in it, and as it grows, it will, get better and better. The note taking is incredible as well. So say if you have a meeting, a Zoom, a Google Meet, or whatever other software you can plug in. If you have a meeting with, say, you and 2 other people, it will take notes of all the meeting. It will then transcribe that into tasks and highlights, and then it will automatically send it to the people on the team. And then it can also come back and remind. And once you've got that information, you can then go forward and do other automations. But the fact that it just listens to the whole meeting, sends a summary, and makes sure everybody's assigned the things that they've got to do, automatically. The amount of meetings I used to be in the past, and just there were loads of chat and not a lot of action, and then you come back on the next meeting and you'd be like, oh, it's almost starting again. So this is just, rather incredible. I might have to split this into another video because I've been chatting for a while. Chip, second one. What can I do? AI sales representative. What can I do? Update CRM. So that's the customer relationship management software. Chase opportunities, find leads, and personalize outreach. So this can do a lot of the initial sales information. So if somebody enters information into a form, if somebody sends an email, or if somebody responds on your community and is interested in a product, Chip can get to work in initiating the communication. And what you can do is also develop this. So again, it will learn what your message is, what you're selling, and it just means that people get responded to straight away. And then if they send an email, they could get another email back. So it gets those leads hot. So with 24-hour business around the world, some salespeople might be asleep. So it just might keep that lead warm and engaged, and answer a couple of questions before it goes to a salesperson. Pretty amazing. So Clyde is AI customer support specialist. What can I do? Respond to tickets, escalate issues, take actions, and solve problems. So this is like your all-in-one. Now, it seems a lot of AI tools, there's like an AI tool that just does customer support. There's AI tools that just do your calendar and scheduling. So it's like UseMotion have come along and just gone, okay, here's lots of tools all in one, basically. So Clyde being this, when you have the help box on a website, there's only so many problems that people have. And to have somebody now, the technology is now there. I've experienced this where, most of the tickets can be solved. And the more problems that come up, even if it then has to go to a human being, once that human being has solved that problem once, the AI is going to learn from that. And then anybody else coming along, the AI should take care of that because it's always learning. So just having these foundational systems in place is just mind-boggling. And they're just getting started, really, by the looks of it. Okay, next one, Suki, AI marketing associate. Write blog posts, run CEO, manage social media, write with your brand voice. So there's lots of options within this where you can obviously manually say it and change things as well for blog posts, but this can pull out. I'm using some social media things that connect and send things to multiple accounts, so it'll be interesting to see what this one does. I've still got a lot more to learn with this. They're still developing, so I'm just going to get on board with this one bit of tech for everything. And I'll probably still use Zapier because Zapier links with this. So if there's anything that this can't quite do that's linked to something else, because Zapier has a directory of thousands of different tech things. So certain things this might not link to, I can link this to Zapier and Zapier to that one, and hey presto, keep the magic flowing. So let's just finish this up quickly because there's three more, and that we build your own we've talked about. Dot is an AI recruiter. What can I do? Screen candidates, personalize outreach, grade interviews, and schedule interviews. So this can plug into LinkedIn. This can manage if you're hiring for a position. It can pull in all those CVs, pull in the emails, pull in the information, and start screening them based on what you've said, your stipulations for the role, and kind of grade them, and just do a lot of, again, that interim work. So if you've got 1,000 applicants, it could skim those down, reduce those down to whatever you want, 150, 20, or the top 5. So then you can go ahead and that's done a lot of the sifting for you. So then you can interview face-to-face the 5 or whatever number you choose. Millie, AI project manager. What can I do? Coordinate with team, plan resource and capacity, check in on deadlines, and create reports. So this is a bit linked to Alfred, the AI executive assistant, but this is going to look at the overall projects and coordinate with all of the team members just to make sure everybody's resources are planned and spread out evenly. And hundreds more skills, all of these say underneath every one of these 4 things that I've said, which, So spec AI researcher, last one. What can I do? Aggregate news, monitor competitors, generate reports, deep research. So this is going to be really good for me because with some of the things like the nonconformity tools, nonconformity AI, the newsletter model, I could just pick like the top 10 websites that I want and get spec to go and monitor those websites each week, pull in the top stories or the stories with the top comments or the top votes on Reddit, whatever you choose. And spec will then pull them in each week, and then I could have a list of like 20 of the AI top current news. Number one, that's great for me because I'm not having to go and find them from all the places, so I can keep learning. And number two, I can then either me or train somebody else or train another AI employee, because what you can do is then link these AI employees to pick the best 5 or the best top 3 for my AI newsletter, and then do that with the tools. So it's crazy. I'm just loving what I'm seeing. There's a lot to learn, and this is the tool that I've found now. I'm happy with this. This is going to allow me to achieve this 100 startups in 1,000 days, and help a lot of people and make a lot of money. Kaboom.